Chapter 12, Building Your Leadership Roadmap. Congratulations on making it this far. You've explored powerful tools, strategies, and exercises designed to strengthen your leadership skills. Now, it's time to bring it all together. Think of this chapter as your launchpad, a practical way to transform insights into action. Leadership development is not a one-size-fits-all journey. Each leader's path is unique, shaped by specific challenges, goals, and aspirations. This roadmap is designed to help you reflect on what resonates most with your needs and create a plan that aligns with your priorities. By the end, you'll have a clear, actionable guide to elevate your leadership impact. Leadership is more than crisis management. Handling an immediate cybersecurity breach is one thing, but what about the threats you don't see coming? The vulnerabilities that don't explode in a single moment, but slowly erode your business from the inside. Leadership is about anticipating risks, embedding resilience, and preparing your organization to withstand the unseen challenges ahead. Before we map out your leadership strategy, let's look at a case where a lack of strategic foresight led to disaster. Shadows in the network. In the stillness of a late spring morning, the tools manufacturing company stood like a fortress of tradition. 3 generations of the founding family had nurtured it from humble beginnings to an emblem of reliability in the food industry. Its halls echoed with the rhythm of machinery and the quiet pride of workers whose craft had built not just products, but legacies. The family's wealth was woven through every cog and wheel, from the dividends that graced some distant branches to the executive offices where the future was shaped. But shadows move where light prevails. It began subtly, a few unsettling questions from long-standing clients. Why are we being redirected to a different sales office? Why are deliveries delayed? At first, it seemed like a logistical hiccup, an anomaly that would resolve itself. But the sales leader, a man whose veins pulsed with the company's lifeblood, couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. As he reached out to key customers, the unsettling murmurs became undeniable. A new entity, claiming to be affiliated with the company, was siphoning orders. Its representatives spoke of restructuring and efficiency, but left behind confusion and frustration. Yet no one within the company had any knowledge of this so-called transformation. By the time the sales leader brought his concerns to the weekly executive meeting, the tension was already palpable. The manufacturing director was furious. "What the hell is happening with the pipeline?" he roared. "Production stalled. Orders are drying up. Someone needs to explain what's going on." The sales leader's voice cut through the din. "I think we've been compromised." A heavy silence filled the room. The CEO, pale but resolute, ordered an immediate investigation. What they uncovered was worse than they had feared. A company with a strikingly similar name had been incorporated less than a year prior. Its objective was clear: to mirror operations, mislead customers, and steal business. Through stolen information, it had infiltrated their network, leveraging proprietary data to outmaneuver them in deals. The scale of deception was breathtaking, and its implications catastrophic. The CEO called an emergency meeting. Faces were tight with anxiety. At the edge of the room, the CISO sat stiffly, avoiding eye contact. "Are we secure?" the CEO demanded. The CISO hesitated, shifting uncomfortably. "We haven't detected any breaches." "Look me in the eye and tell me our systems are safe." The CISO gave a reluctant nod, but it lacked conviction. Back in the IT department, the CISO ordered a full review. A junior technician, eager to prove himself, volunteered to dig deeper. Within hours, he found anomalies buried in the network. As he probed further, the office plunged into chaos. Phones went dead. File servers disappeared. Emails stopped. The ERP system blinked into nothingness. The company's nervous system had been severed. The CISO stormed into the IT room. "What did you do?" he shouted. The technician stammered. I think I triggered something." They weren't just breached, they were being watched. The moment their adversary sensed detection, they pulled the plug. The network wasn't just compromised, it was obliterated. Data was locked, backups inaccessible, and forensic trails erased. Operations ground to a halt. Salaries couldn't be processed, customer orders couldn't be fulfilled. The entire company had been turned into a shell of itself overnight. Desperation mounted. The CEO turned to the family. Within 24 hours, a team of external specialists arrived. Their findings confirmed the worst. A sophisticated criminal syndicate had burrowed into their systems for months, stealing data, monitoring operations, setting traps to ensure total destruction if discovered. This wasn't just an attack. This was an execution. Recovery was a grueling process. Temporary email systems were deployed, manual payroll processes set up, but the real damage, their stolen data, remained out of reach. Weeks stretched into months. Millions were lost. Reputational damage rippled through their customer base, leaving the family's legacy hanging by a thread. Yet amid the chaos, some hard truths emerged. Cybersecurity wasn't just an IT concern. It was a business-wide responsibility that leadership had overlooked. The absence of a crisis plan, vetted vendors, and clear emergency roles had turned an attack into a collapse. And perhaps most critically, people mattered as much as technology. Hesitation at key moments and gaps in communication exposed vulnerabilities no system could fix. The lessons were painful, but undeniable. Preparedness isn't optional. Leadership must be engaged, and people, trained and empowered, are the first and last line of defense. Months later, the CEO sat across from a peer at a private club. "If this had happened to your company," he asked, swirling his glass, "would you have been ready?" His friend furrowed his brow. The CEO continued, "Because we weren't. We thought we were prepared, but the truth is, we didn't even know who to call." His friend nodded, choosing his words carefully. "Those questions, they aren't just for me. They're for every leader who thinks they're untouchable." The CEO leaned back. "You're right, they're for all of us. Because in cybersecurity, the real risk isn't the attack. It's thinking it won't happen to you." From crisis to clarity, every breach, every failure, every moment of crisis holds a lesson, if you're willing to learn from it. The leaders who emerge stronger are those who take these moments as catalysts for change, embedding security, foresight, and resilience into their leadership DNA. Now, it's your turn. It's time to take those lessons and channel them into action. Step 1. Reflect and select. Before diving into the roadmap, take a moment to reflect on the insights, strategies, and exercises you've engaged with. From defining your leadership vision to navigating high-pressure decisions, fostering team collaboration, and aligning security with business objectives, each chapter has provided practical tools to elevate your leadership. The following summary distills these key themes to help you identify areas most relevant to your personal growth and leadership journey. As always, the details will be available to you on https://oscarcoach.eu/cyberaudio. For now, visualize a table with 3 columns. Key topic, purpose, and example goals. The first row could show balancing life aspects, with the purpose of cultivating personal and professional balance, and an example goal to allocate time for health, family, and career to enhance well-being. Next might be exploring leadership journey, to understand how past experiences shape leadership style, aiming to identify key moments that define your approach to challenges and growth. Other key topics might be core values alignment, resilience and emotional agility, strategic vision and prioritization, etc. Action. From this list, highlight the areas that resonate most with your current needs or aspirations. There's no right or wrong choice. What matters is focusing on what will make the most impact for you right now. Step 2. Build your leadership roadmap. Now that you've identified your focus areas, it's time to create your roadmap. Use the next table to organize your goals, actionable steps, and timelines. This as well is available through oscarcoach.eu/cyberaudio. This time, visualize a table with 5 columns: focus area, objective, action steps, timeline, and milestone. The first row might have
resilience, and agility to focus on, with an objective to stay composed under pressure.
Your action could be practice daily mindfulness, role-play crisis scenarios with your team, review stress triggers monthly. Your timeline? Start this week, and your milestone might be noticeably reduce stress by month 3. Another example, coaching for teams to empower team independence. Action, schedule bi-weekly one-to-ones. Use open-ended questioning techniques. Starting next quarter, measured by increased team-led solutions by year-end. Final example, stakeholder engagement to build trust with executives and peers. Action, create a quarterly stakeholder update. Schedule check-ins to align on cybersecurity goals. Start in month 2. Milestone, positive feedback in Q2 engagement survey. Some tips for success. Be specific. Clearly define what you want to achieve and how you'll measure success. Start small. Focus on 2 to 3 priority areas at a time to avoid overwhelm. Stay flexible. Revisit and adjust your plan as circumstances evolve. Remember, leadership isn't static. It evolves with every challenge, decision, and success. Revisit your roadmap regularly, not just to track progress, and refine your approach as you grow. Each step forward strengthens your ability to lead with clarity, resilience, and impact. Step 3. Accountability and reflection. Share your roadmap with someone who can hold you accountable, such as a mentor, a professional certified coach, or trusted colleague. Regular check-ins with your accountability partner can provide valuable feedback and motivation to stay on track. Additionally, schedule time for monthly reflection. Ask yourself, what progress have I made? What obstacles am I facing, and how can I address them? Are there adjustments I need to make to stay aligned with my goals? Need a practical guide to help you implement your roadmap? The Authentic Leadership Decision Blueprint is designed to support you in making decisions that align with your values, goals, and leadership style. No email required, just a tool to keep you on track. Download it at oscarcoach.eu/ALDB. Take the first step. You've built your roadmap, and now it's time to act. Leadership isn't just about where you are today, it's about where you're headed. With this personalized plan, you have a guide to navigate challenges, grow with purpose, and create meaningful impact. Progress comes from action, reflection, and commitment. Celebrate every step forward, no matter how small. You've got this.